Oh, really? Have we finally waited long enough? The world of technology, gasping in the embrace of ergonomic curves and rounded edges, can finally exhale. Samsung, that tireless demiurge of flat surfaces, has unveiled to the world the Galaxy Z Flip7, a monumental obsession with a right angle, wrapped in expensive materials. This is not a phone. This is a manifesto, a three-dimensional graph that screams, curvature is weakness, and it folds in half. Ironic, isn't it? Behold, absolutely flat surfaces. A wide, on-a-side frame with no hint of tapering. Transitions between edges as sharp as if cut by a diamond. This is a design that does not ask, it asserts. It does not seek to dissolve into your palm. It presents its terms to your palm, and the palm, stunned by such directness, obediently accepts them. Because in your other hand lies the cold nobility of toughened Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and the matte, warlike aluminum. This is a tactile ode to premiumness, where every millimeter of surface reminds you, you didn't pay for convenience, you paid for the sensation. And that hinge, refined over generations, it now holds the halves not only in the fully unfolded state, but in any intermediate flex. Why? Well, of course, to turn the smartphone into a selfie tripod or a micro notebook with a keyboard where two fingers are as cramped as passengers during rush hour. It's genius. Create a spatial problem, then sell it as a flexibility feature. The cameras? They protrude alone, like alien menhirs. Yet thanks to them, the unfolded device lies on a table with the imperturbability of a sacrificial altar. It doesn't wobble. Not even a breath of the wind of change will unsettle this stability. The buttons, raised to a height unreachable by your thumb. This is not a mistake, it's a test. Are your fingers worthy of commanding such a specimen of geometry? Inside lies the plastic, slightly uneven world of the flexible screen with its eternal crease in the middle. It is there. It always will be. Accept it. It is a scar, a reminder that progress is a compromise between I want it flat and I want it to fold. You must watch strictly perpendicularly, submitting to the dictatorship of the perfect angle. But the brightness, 1,330 nits. It is the blinding light of truth, revealing every pixel and every flaw of the surrounding reality. And on the side, a small, perfectly glassy external mirror screen. In it, you can see your reflection, a person who paid for the privilege of having two screens, one of which by default shows widgets. The colors? They are natural. That is, not screaming like those of vulgar Chinese devices. They're decent, restrained, a bit dreary. Inside, the Exynos 2500 processor strains for battle, racking up insane benchmark scores, but the thin casing immediately strangles it in the embrace of throttling. The performance is there, but it's not recommended to unleash it. Things might get hot. It's a metaphor. The external cold, perfect form suppresses the internal fire. The 4,300 mAh battery is a modest tribute to form. It lives exactly as long as a smartphone toy should, but will die instantly if you decide to play a game. Toys are not for playing. They are for display. The cameras take pictures. Yes, they produce photographs. Exposure is usually correct, colors are non-toxic, detail is present. This is not delight. This is correctness. At night, they shine upon the world like headlights, wrenching from the darkness a semblance of day, stripping it of its mystery. The ultra-wide boasts a 123-degree angle, so you can capture more of the world, slightly smeared at the edges. The video is smooth, steady, devoid of stuttering and excessive emotion. It's the perfect picture for a report. Even the selfie camera tries. It neatly separates you from the background, as if you were a valuable exhibit that must not be mixed with the environment. And all this magnificence is governed by the one UI shell, the quintessence of polished, predictable, infinitely customizable software. It does not surprise. It serves. Adaptation for the foldable form? Minimal. The keyboard splits across the two halves. That's the extent of the magic. The magic isn't in the software. The magic is in the very fact. You were able to buy this expensive, complex, not always convenient folding thing when others could not or did not want to. So what do we have? The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip7 is a flawless argument in a debate with ergonomics. It is a demonstration that one can make a phone that is a beautiful object, an item of design cult, while slightly disregarding mundane concepts like comfortable to hold or easy to press. It is the quintessence of imageness. You are not paying for the sum of specifications. You are paying for the right to carry in your pocket this cold, geometrically perfect artifact. It does not strive to be everything. It strives to be the only one. The last bastion of square thought in a world that once tried to become round and comfortable. It folds, and in its folded state, it is simply a very expensive, very beautiful little square, in which, if you look closely, you can see your reflection, slightly distorted, with a clear line of a crease right down the middle.